Okay, let's talk about polymorphism. Okay, so since we know if we want to use polymorphism, okay, they have to follow these four rules. Okay, they have to be in the same hierarchy. They have to override the same method, and assign the subclass objects to superclass object reference, and call the method they call have to be in the super class. Okay, so let's make some code example to know what is polymorphism. Okay, first we trying to create an abstract class. Okay, it's for animal. So this class we only used for inheritance. Okay, so animal. The method is called um, say. Okay, what does animal say? For example, right? Because no matter dog, cat, bird, they all can see different. The sounds different, right? So we try to create um, three class. Okay, dog, cat, cat, and bird. Okay, so we let each class extend animal. Okay, since animal, we have abstract method, which means we'll force subclass to create, implement um, method body, right? So since every systems, okay, so each class, each animal, okay, they speak different, they sounds different, right? Make sounds different. For example, bird is treat, okay. Then for the cat, we try to extend animal as well. Um, okay, and we implement this class system cat is a meow, dog is bark. Okay, extend dog. You have to implement dog. Okay, okay. So, but sometimes each class, okay, each individual animal, they probably has unique behavior. Okay, so for example, probably bird has laying eggs, right? Okay, for example, so the bird has a personal, right? Just for the egg. Okay, I just do something like this. Okay, then we're trying to test the polymorphism. Okay, first, bird, cat, dog, they are in the same hierarchy, right? They inherit animal, and the animal is over there, and the animal has abstract method, which is say. Okay, so we override the same method. Okay, which is say. Bird is say treat, cat say meow, dog say bark. Okay, all right. So let's test them out. Okay, so we use a test class. Okay, poly test. Okay, so in here, we try to make um, object for each class. All right, so you have dog, which is dog, right? Dog. You got the cat, new cat, right? You got bird, bird, new bird. Okay, then the second step, we need to assign the subclass object to the super class object reference, right? Okay, so we just have animal, maybe dog, right? Animal dog to sign with dog. Animal cat with sign cat. Animal bird. Okay, maybe I can try this one. This bird. And here is a bird. Okay, bird. Okay, once we do that, the last step, we need to call um, the same method of the super class, right? So which is say, right? So we can just the say cat, say bird, say, right? So everything is match the polymorphism, right? Then in the same hierarchy, override the say, okay, assign each subclass to the object superclass object reference. Then we call the method in the super using the superclass object reference, right? And this method will have to be in the superclass. Okay, let's see. Great. They just make sound bark, meow, and tweet. But here is a problem. Some students would ask, what if, okay, I use um, I use the object reference. Okay, for example, the bird. There's another method called lay egg. Okay, can I call the lay egg using the bird, which is a lay egg? The answer is no, because this one is not belong to the superclass, right? This is only the method that belong to the, the bird, okay? So which means you cannot using the the superclass object reference to call, okay? So this is wrong, okay? They will say we cannot file a sample, okay? Because it not belong to the super class, right? Okay, so maybe, okay, if we trying to add some a method, okay, for each of the um, each class, okay, you can do something like this. Maybe, okay, you don't have to every time to create something new in the original code. The easy way you can do, we can add interface. For example, I trying to um, add one more method for each class, which is move. Okay, so it should be movable. Okay, interface called movable, and in the movable we have they probably move like this. Okay, so the easy way we can do, we just over there we can do is extend interface, right? The interface is movable, implement movable, right? Okay, so in here we implement this one, which means this animal just um, inherits this object's method. Okay, which means so this class has a method which we called move in the animal. Okay, but you don't have to implement that. Okay, so once we're doing this, they will give you some errors. They say, okay, we need implement movable, right? Otherwise, this class cannot be used. So we can do something like bird fly, right? Then cat, we add this one as well. So we can do is maybe work, right? Then dog, we probably need something new as for the move, right? It's the same thing. Maybe dog stop run. Okay. Once we know that over there, they probably have something wrong. Okay. But we still can use polymorphism to use them. Okay. For example, dog. Can we use move? Yes, good. We have move, cat, move, and bird move. Okay, let's see what's different. Great. Dog run, cat walk, bird fly. Okay, so every time if you want to add something new, you don't have to directly to go to the original code. Instead, you can make the interface, you can use the address class to inherit, and it's very easy for you to modify that interface, right? Like a movable, you have a move, okay? Even though you want to create something um, different interface, you only thing you need to do just over there, you can have another interface for the animal, right? You just add. Also, when you want to maintain them, you can just maintain the interface rather than the directly go to the original code, because once we have some code over there outline, they probably has thousand line code. It's very hard for you to track down, for different parts block. But instead of that, if you use the interface or using the abstract class, basically it's something like you categorize them. Okay, for example, when you look at the dictionary, okay, you will have different type of the index help you to track down the specific word you want to do, right? You can based on first the letters, right? You can based on the sound. You can based on different category, right? Those things help you to track down the parts you are looking for very easily and very efficiently. Okay, so that's the reason we're trying to make sure our class have an abstract class, have an interface. For the later on, you can very easily to change, to edit, to delete, right? Using those things to help you to check down. Okay, not just every time you go over there um, to look at like a thousand lines code, in order to find one line problem. Okay, so that's not very efficient. So this is the reason we need to know, okay, how to use the interface, how to use the object class, and you need to know also using the object, the polymorphism. Okay, which one you what kind of the rules you have to follow in order to perform the polymorphism. Okay, so in this one, it's very easy. You can do something like this, or like as we said, as we said in our examples, okay, array list that's equal to array. Okay, for example, array list, if we say the type as long as uh, animal, all of them you can just add into the list, right? So we use the array list. Great. Then you just array list. You can add. Okay. Once you see it, add the parameter is animal. All right. So animal. Also, we know dog, cat, bird, they all inherit from animal, which means we can add, we can just delete this one. It's, we can add the dog, we can add the cat, we can add bird, right? Once you're over that, we can use the for loop, right? For loop and no, okay, a list to call them, right? So for example, you can add say, okay, using this way, basically this is a type, right? Because we know each of the elements in the list, they belong or inherit animal. So which means this is a polymorphism, part of a polymorphism, right? So dog, so I just delete this part, basically it's very similar, right? We just assign a dog to the animal A, right? Then say right here, right? Then we go next one is cat. Cat assigned to the A, and the A say is cat, right? It's a meow, and then go next one is bird. Bird will go next part. Okay, it will tweet. Also, we know the animal can move, right? All right. Let's see what's anything is animal's problem. Okay, I'll just make this one out. Yeah, bark, dog, run, right? Legal start. Do we have mobile? Okay, we can this object method. Okay, I think this is a problem. All right, so it should be right. Okay, so you have bark, right? The first one is dog, so they will say bark. This and the next one is move, dog, run, right? Then go next one is cat. Cat will meow, then it's move, right? Cat work. Then it's bird. Okay, so this polymorphism, it helps you to save a lot of code, right? You don't have to run down over there's a lot of the code. It's very easy to maintain, it's very easy to reuse, right? Like a movable for this one, it probably can be used for the animal. Also, it can be using for the car, for the robot, right? So every time you don't have to create the interface, again and again, Instead, you can just use them repeatedly. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Make sure you finish your assignment after you watch the videos. Thank you.